Let's see what Hugo Bruce has for us in this game. Because that game versus Eswatini left a very bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths when it comes to this team. So let's see, man, what they're gonna do now. So the lineup, obviously, they showed us the team sheet, so it's not in order of position. It's Elvis. It's not in order of position. Williams in goal. You've got Ulu, Mudiba, Mokwena, Mayambela, Zwane, Tongwane, Tole, Mutiba, Mvala, and Mudau. Are the guys who are starting. Sinjay, how you doing, my brother? How you doing? You've come to watch your brother there, Hugo Bruce. You want to see how he's gonna play. Then on the Ivory Coast side, Fofana in goal. Kessie, Al Ali Saudi player, used to play for Barcelona. And the Konan Singo, Diomande Sangare, who plays for Nottingham Forest. Fofana, Bamba, who's at Celta Vigo. Zaha, who's at Galatasaray, famous for his Crystal Palace time, was at Manchester United. And Sebastian Haller, number 21, Borussia Dortmund player. Mavinja, where are you watching? It's on SABC Sports' website. So it's sabcsports.com. Let me just find it for you, then I'll just type it here. sabcsports.com/TV live. There we go. I'll put it in the chat. That's where you can watch it. Tonight is the straight draw, I tell you. Says Elvis. I also predicted 1-1. I predicted a 1-1 draw, but then we'll see how serious Ivory Coast is. Obviously, they're the hosts of the competition. They're going to be hosting the competition, so you know. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be able to show you the match because there's a lot of things that happen with copyright. So I don't want to get anybody angry, especially these national teams, man. The national teams, they love to ban. They love to ban us when we're doing these watch-alongs. So unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be able to give you that. But what I can do, because this is official, this is the official SABC thing. I'll put the link in the comments here. I think they'll be fine with it since I'm taking them to Lenista, there's the link for you to watch this match. I've placed it there in the Facebook comments. It is Bafana, it is SABC Sports, so I don't think they'll have a problem. They shouldn't have a problem because, yeah, we'll be able to then watch it there. So let me just get everything up and then we're good. Let's see. Just type SABC Sports, yeah. SABC Sports, sabcsports.com/TV/live. How are you doing, Malume Kutso? Watch Mokwena kick people. Are you sure? I wonder if South Africa is gonna need Umbala to have to get Ubandish Mbala for this game. Is it gonna be that serious? We're going to see. Okay, I'm getting the formation now. 23-12. Oh, okay, that doesn't look right. Mudiba inside and Toby Mbala outside. I think that's a mistake. There were so many mistakes, man, that they made on this thing. Couldn't they move the TV programs? Hey, I'm not gonna get in the way of people who watch their soapies on SABC One. I wouldn't do that if I was SABC. But yeah, there's the link, guys. I've placed it on Facebook. I've put it on thingy. If you still can't find it, just type SABC Sports into your Google and then look for the live link and it will be there. I don't know, man. Last few games, Ivory Coast comes from a draw. We come from a draw. We played Eswatini to a 0-0 draw. Before that, 12th of December, it was DRC. where we won 1-0. We drew with Namibia, drew with Malawi in Kosafa Cup, but won that match. Lost to Zambia. Ivory Coast drew with Morocco. Let me just make sure that I'm starting this game on the right foot. Drew with Morocco 1-1. Beat Lesotho 1-0. Lost to Zambia 3-0. Beat the Comoros on 2 occasions. 0-2 first game and then 3-1. Or 3-1 first game, 2-0 second game. So they're fairly confident, but they're also hosting. This is a good bar, man. Skatele, our Eswatini. No offense to Eswatini, but we need to see. Hi, Clara. How are you? How are you doing? Him and Zeki play the same ball, 2-8s. I think it's a football thing now. I think this is how football is going, or at least South Africans have decided to adopt that football. Because Pirates plays with 2-8s. Technically, it's 2-8s. It's 2-8s in defensive with 1-10, I'd say. And then Monare becomes the flying 8 while Zondo sits back. So a lot of teams are playing this 2-8s business. I think the worry for me is that a score. Hey, we don't know how to score, guys. We've scored. Last 3 games, we've only scored one goal. Ivory Coast has scored. They've scored 2 goals and conceded 4. But that was to Zambia. Is Zambia a dark horse, guys? Are we not looking at them? This is really going to prove to us if this Bafana is ready for the bigger stage. Sanele, it's online. It's online. Just look for sabcsports.com. And then there's a live link there. You can just watch it there. It's going to prove. I don't know. I think this Bafana Bafana team is very unpredictable, man. They're very unpredictable. I think it's a team that, is going to maybe win Gabo 1-0. They grind out results. They don't necessarily play the most beautiful football. You don't have standout, there aren't standout players. Besides, if you think about Themba Zwane, there aren't standout players. Yeah, it's very grinding, man. It's what I think it was Gavin. Gavin said that there's a difference when you leave PSL and you go play in Africa. In the PSL is actually very fast, according to him. And when you get to Africa and West Africa and those places, it's slow. It's old, according to Kevin Hans. So this way of winning is a very African way of winning it. But also, Hugo Bruce won it with Cameroon. So if this is how we feel we need to play, that's how we need to play. Online T-Bag. It's online. sabcsports.com. That's where you'll find this match. Street says 2-0 to Ivory Coast. We'll see. Again, Ivory Coast, guys. Ivory Coast has some serious players, guys. Very serious players. On Facebook, guys, please ignore these weird links. Just go to SABC Sports, man. I put the link there. Let's help our broadcaster. So they've got some serious players. I mean, we all know about Frank Kessie. Frank Kessie is starting in this game. He currently plays for Al Ali Saudi, Pito's former team, but he used to play for Barcelona. You have Abu Zaha, who used to watch every day, He currently plays for Galatasaray, but you know him from the English Premiership. We've got Hala, who plays for Dortmund. So this Ivory Coast team is pretty strong. Tukza, it's online, sabcsports.com. Just go there on your browser. You'll find it there. Even the lineup, but we will support. Yeah, well, look, what I think about Hugo Bruce is that he might be building a team that is not based on stars, where it's a team that it's not names that we may love, and it's not names that are going to make us excited, but the togetherness of the team and the way he's put them together is what he's banking on to win games. So if you're thinking that you're going to watch this Bafana team for excitement. It's not going to happen. That's not what we're going to be doing. Also, Lepasa hasn't traveled. Apparently, he got a little bit of a knock on his knee last game. So Bob Bruce decided that he's going to stay back. According to Bruce, there wasn't a fight as was reported. So, yeah, he stayed back here. Komzansi. Okay, there we go. Combination play nyana. Oh, it's actually interesting to see Moby on the bench. He's moving more to the Sundowns team. It's becoming more of a Sundowns team. I mean, Mudiba, Mudau, Mukwena in the middle. You've got Zwane up front. I think slowly but surely. And I wonder how it feels to be Nico Moby for this match. You've played all of the other matches, whether people have been complaining or not complaining, and then now you're benched when it's this big game. I wonder how he feels. But I mean, Umdao, there are players that have played in Africa. There are players that are used to some of these conditions. So, I mean, if you're playing for his Kukune, he plays for Kukune. If you're playing for those teams, maybe it is better to go with those type of players here. Good organization from Bafana so far. It's good, but it's been slow. It's good, but it's been slow. Still, the question remains, how do we score as South Africa? And I wonder if he's going to do that thing where he makes Zwane play as a second striker, because we've seen that doesn't work, man. That thing doesn't work. Guys, for the people who are asking, I'm going to ask the people who are in my comments, just keep putting that link up, that SABC Sports link. For those who want to watch, it's sabcsports.com. Then when you get onto the website, there's a live thing that shows the match. He's playing a strong squad. I think it's going to be a good challenge. And this is what I was saying about preparations. When we played Eswatini, we saw Abo Mayo come in. We saw a couple of changes, and you think to yourself, is this the time to be making those changes? I know Eswatini is the quote-unquote weak side, but in comparison to Ivory Coast, Bafana Bafana is semi-weak, and look at the type of squad that they're putting out when they're playing against us. So when we played against Eswatini, was it smart to put in Abo Mayo and bring in those guys? 7 minutes in, guys, no action as of yet. We had a cross that went over, but otherwise that's all it's been. This game is really slow. Theo, this is what we're going to be watching all AFCON. What AFCON? That's all we're going to be watching. There's a chance. Cross back. Now go. What a goal. What a goal. The man that I was making fun of. Tembazwan. Okay. Bafana's cooking. Bafana's cooking. So, we won it back pretty high. Confusion there in the box. Mukwena crosses back to his teammate. And Zwane shows that, guys, I may not have my shooting boots when we play other games. Mara, if you give me a tap in, I'll put it top corner. What a finish. It's like he heard us. No, what a finish. Tembazwan. I think the SABC app is it ahead. It's fine. No, I'm on time. Oh no, yeah, I'm on time on mine. No, never mind. No, it's fine. Let's just carry on watching. It's okay. P-Man says Sundowns combination. It's Sundowns combination. What can we say, guys? What can we say? But that was very good. High press. I think if Ivory Coast is going to take us lightly, we could get more of these chances. My prediction was 1-1. So we're still on track. But if Bafana Bafana can really do something here, I think that's going to do wonders for the confidence of the country. Especially about Sinja. Sinja, now team win. You go pros. Tabs are doing tabs are things. 1-0, guys. 1-0. How do you feel knowing that Ivory Coast, we're beating Ivory Coast right now? Let me just get this up here. Let me just get this up. Don't forget, this is Bafana Bafana. I don't want to forget. Why you guys, man, teabag? We'll criticize after the match. I'm trying to be a more positive person when I'm watching games. I'm trying to be more positive. Only Chiefs can put me in a negative state. Oh, another chance. Guys, Ivory Coast doesn't have a defense. Ivory Coast does not have a defense. Another chance by us. It's Uhlongwane who got a. He had to rush it a bit, but he got a shot on target. Heaven. Did Bruce shout at them? Barring Alex Ferguson used to hit them with the head right. Did Bruce do something to these boys? Okay. Yeah, I'm behind, eh? Am I behind? Almost 2. Must I watch it on Facebook? Is it better? Let me check. I'll check if on Facebook it's a little bit better. See if there's a difference here. Okay, I like how we're playing. Okay, let me check. Yeah, you're right. Let me watch it this side then. Let me watch it this side. That means my time is behind, guys, but it's okay. We'll fix it ka second half. Just as I put on Facebook now, my Facebook, it's freezing there. Okay, Ivory Coast is starting to wake up. Let's see, the team is built for bigger teams, not for low block oppositions, Pirates vibes. But they should be ready, especially in our group, Malume Kuto, because our group is not necessarily world-beating teams. And I think it's going to be a lot harder in our group than knowing that you're in a group where you're going to play the big teams. What's happening now? It doesn't want to go full screen. I'll just hold it here. I'm a couple of seconds behind, guys. Apologies with the time. But now I am up. Thank you guys for letting me know. It just doesn't want to go full screen on my phone. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, Malume Kutso. So, but that's the issue. I think the big problem Cup Pirates is that they're a fast team. And then if you play slow and you've got a low block, Pirates doesn't know what to do, how to counter that. And in our group is Tunisia, it's Namibia. What's the last team? It's Tunisia, it's Namibia, it's us, and I'm forgetting one of them, right? But then we're probably going to have those games. It's going to be slow. It's going to be harder. But from here, what I'm seeing from this Ivory Coast team is that I think they're also trying that 2-8 thing that is now in football because they leave 2 people in the back and they've been caught out a few times, you know. So I guess we'll have joy if we get to the quarterfinals. But how do we fix it so that we can play when it's not quarterfinals games, you know? Mali. There we go. Yes, Mali. Apologies to Mali. Hey. Wow, Facebook just froze. Ah, guys, Facebook is freezing at the proper moments. But Ivory Coast on the attack. Don't these people have YouTube, man? Where is Saleh? Saleh's not even on the bench. He was left behind, guys. Saleh hasn't been performing, guys. Saleh hasn't been performing. Facebook is freezing, Justin. Yeah, Facebook keeps freezing. I think I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go back to yeah, people on Facebook are also complaining that it's freezing. It's on Facebook. If you want to be on time, it's on Facebook, but Facebook is cutting. And then if you watch it on the website SABC Sports, it's fine, but it's about 20 seconds behind. Riga Etiski says, why is this broadcast not on proper platforms? I think Bafana Bafana, I think SAFA has decided to go with SABC for all national team games. So SABC comes with the limitation shot there by Ivory Coast. SABC comes with the limitation that they don't have other channels. You know, Supersport can throw this on Supersport 217 or whatever if they want to. Supersport doesn't have that, so but Ivory Coast seem to have woken up. They're putting us under a lot of pressure. I think maybe they were just nyatzing us a little bit. Nyatzing us just a little bit. Malume Kusa, download the SABC app. All these steps. Malume Kusa, I don't want another app on my phone, man. Why can't they open SABC 5? When SABC 5, they don't want to open it. So I don't see them doing it anytime soon. SAFA and SABC is failing us as a country. Over and above the fact that it's not being televised, the other issue is that it's not marketed. The fact that most of us, a lot of people came onto here and we keep asking, where's this thing being televised? It just shows you good guys, why does it freeze at the proper moments? No, guys, now I'm going back to the app. Now I'm going back to watching it on Chrome. Facebook keeps freezing right when it's hot. That's when they decide that no, we're gonna freeze this thing. But yeah, it's interesting to watch because if you think about it, CAF also does the same thing. Champions League, to the SABC, to SABC's credit, CAF also does the same thing. I've watched all the CAF games for the Champions League. I watched them on Facebook. I believe even the final. I think the final was also on Supersport, but they show them on Facebook, you know. So I'm good. Like I'm okay with it. It's just that it mustn't freeze. Buffering share the. Do you have a TV? I have a TV, but it's not on TV. I usually watch it on TV. No, guys, this thing. The website is sabcsport.com. sabcsport.com. You'll be able to watch it there. Lefa says, is it on YouTube too? If they're not good on Facebook and thingy, why would I go there? But yeah, good start by Bafana Bafana. Let me see on YouTube. I'm gonna take your word for it. Let me see SABC Sports on YouTube. Good start. We got our goal. Sometimes it's about moments. Sometimes, like I said, this team is not gonna play the most beautiful football in the world, right? But what's going to happen is that if they take their chances, they can be a formidable team because they are very well structured as a team, you know. Lifa, on YouTube where? On SABC Sports? I don't see it here. It's not live here. Let me see. Yeah, it's not live here. Oh, I report. Oh. Hey, let me not say it because next thing I get banned by the SABC. I don't want to take that chance. So yeah, we're not going to see beautiful football. Let's just give up on that. It's the same thing I tell my Kaizer Chiefs, fellow Kaizer Chiefs fans. Or it's not going to be. We're not gonna watch this put it on the ground football. It's going to be a team that is created to try get as many results as they can. And this is the Bafana Bafana team, right? But again, like I said, to Hugo Bruce's credit, you play this way. You play this way in Africa. It's the African way of playing. It's how you get these games done. You hope for magic moments. And I see here, Utolan is talking about Umshishi. Umshishi is a very good player, guys. Umshishi is amazing. I think the only problem with Umshishi is that if you play him as a second striker, you're going to have problems. If you play him as a 10, he looks a lot better, right? I think Sundowns is also going through that issue with him. So Sundowns is playing tomorrow using which players? Hey, that's another can of fish. That's another can of fish, but maybe Sundowns can do it. Ivory Coast on the attack again. Breaking into our box. Okay, bachi. But I saw Tanzania versus Eswatini. Kaizer Chiefs. Okay, Ivory Coast on the attack. They've crossed it in. Hey. Across the face of goal. Across the face of goal. I don't know if we can carry on doing that. I don't know if we can carry on doing that. Abu Kesi are trying to score right now. How long can we hold out? And do we think that the quality of Ivory Coast is going to come out and take us? He can really be a good sub for Zwane. Well, Malume Kuto, Bruce did say, he did say that Zwane is who he might be looking at. He had a choice when the injury happened and when Percy was not available to either bring in a winger or either bring in another number 10. And he chose the number 10 and he said that Mtanzani is who he's looking at. Only issue is that Mtanzani is 28 and also, hey, the type of football he's playing, that Kaizer Chiefs, man. I don't know if we're going to break him or not. Okay, here we go again. Attack, Bafana Bafana. We're trying to hit them quickly. What's Mutiba's role in this? Because I see they're playing him as sort of a target man. But when you play him as a target man in this type of team, I don't think he's going to get a lot of chances. Even Ulepasa, to be fair, wasn't getting a lot of chances himself too. Hey, they're trying to make it an open game. It's pound for pound. Like, it's about pound for pound. His natural position is at a 10. That's why I was surprised, man. I was surprised. Even when Sundowns played Pirates. Umshishi, I think, would have been incredible if they allowed him to come back a little bit. Maybe sacrifice one of the guys in the midfield. Let Umshishi play that 10. I think Pirates would have been in trouble during that game. But they consistently tried to play him in the Ribeiro role. And even here, Hugo Bruce decided that he wanted to play him Sabu Ribeiro Nyana. And we saw the chances he missed. We saw the chances he missed for Sundowns in that role. But if you can allow him to make the team tick, yeah, hey, Ivory Coast is coming at us. They're coming at us very, very hard. Lolo Buga, I'm going to ask the guy. Well, it's sabcsports.com. It's Facebook. Those are the official channels. I cannot speak about the other channels because that's how you get banned. Will Ivory Coast make it out of the group stage? That is Ivory Coast, Senegal. They're in a group with it's Ivory Coast and Senegal, and then I think it's Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, they should make it out because remember, it's I believe it's the top 2 teams from each group, and then 4 of the best third place finishers. So if this Ivory Coast team can't finish third in that group and be a good third, then they don't deserve to be there. But they're hosting, and you know, man, when you host a tournament, you get a bit of that juice. We're really open now without things. It's online. Gazalo, it's online. Facebook. Is it Nigeria, Ringa? Is it Nigeria? Oh, okay. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. AFCON draw results. Let me put it up so I don't speak left here. Let's see what the full draw is. In fact, let me find it on Twitter. Yeah, but we're very open, eh? We're very open. They keep catching us. Let's see. CAF online. Must board what the groups are, just to make sure. Just to make sure. We never have juice, even when we are hosting. Tina, our juice goes to the enjoyment of the tournament. I Tina, we si entertaining when we host things. Mavuvuzela, ama tourist, ama what. That's what we're good at. That's what we're good at. Hey, but now why am I getting sworn at in Facebook? My guy, you can go watch. It's on Facebook, eh? This is the conspiracy theory. On Facebook, it just keeps freezing. Maybe it's a ploy, Malume Kutso, to get us to download SABC Plus. But guys, another app on my phone. No, guys. China, we're just vibes, guys. We're vibes. Umnandi, South Africa. All our energy goes towards being great hosts. It doesn't go towards the actual football. Think about the 2010 World Cup. But you don't remember what you didn't make it out. First host country not to make it out. And then I think Saudi followed us or something like that. Polo Kitiski on YouTube. Hey man, why are you making me say it? Game is also on YouTube. Buddha was doing the Lord's work with Zaha. Zaha's washed, man. Oh, as I say that, what a header. What a header. What a header by Haller. Sebastian Haller, Dortmund player. Should be of a high pedigree here. Now doing the Lord's work. Do you think Buddha would have done better versus Mbappe? Because Mbappe was killing guys. Do you think if we play France again, it would look a bit better with Umdao there? Is that why Umobi's on the bench today? You got a red card in that game. I got a red card in that game. Nah. My bad. Okay, let me just get that. Yeah, so Ivory Coast. Yeah, Ivory Coast is Nigeria. Yeah, Ivory Coast and Nigeria should go through there. I don't see anybody else troubling them from Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau. Worst case scenario, they finish third. And like most of the other groups are pretty much set. Group B has Egypt and Ghana, Cape Verde and Mozambique. Egypt and Ghana should make it out easily from that group. Senegal, Cameroon, Guinea, and the Gambia. Senegal and Cameroon should make it out of that group. Group D is then Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, Angola. Algeria is odds on to make it out. Our group, Tunisia, Mali, South Africa, Namibia. I think that's the toughest group. And then Group F, Morocco should make it out. Zambia should make it out. Okay, that one's a bit tough. Group F, Morocco, DR Congo, Zambia, Tanzania. I think Morocco should make it out. And then Congo, maybe Zambia will be second. And I think Congo will qualify via that best third place finishers thing. So, yeah. Let's see, 29 minutes in, is still 1-0 to us. Still 1-0 to us. Tough group for us and not for everybody else. I gotta ask you guys, what I asked you guys when we spoke about this draw was, is it an issue that us as South Africans, we rate ourselves so high in our own minds, man. We think of ourselves as this world-beating team, but we're not. So this group, because Sonke were equal, Tunisia hasn't done that well. Namibia is up and coming. They beat Abu Cameroon in qualifying. It's closer. And it's not even because we're that good. It's that all of us are pretty much at the same level in the same situation. So will Bafana Bafana be able to make it out of there? That's what we need to know. I mean, we drew 0-0 versus in Namibia. We played in Namibia and drew 0-0. So Shalulile will haunt us here, you know. We might have scored too early. Let's see how they finish this. Clearance off the line. Every time Ungomi Bafana Bafana, they go and do something weird. Every time, even when you're just watching them live. Oh, how's that? Pelawena, it's only when Pirates is playing, you're not here. You're not with me when Pirates is playing. What was that? Yeah, they should have scored there. Let's speak the truth, guys. Let's speak the truth. These teams, these African teams, you know, we grew up in a time where we used to watch Abu Drogba, Abu JJ Okocha, Abu Mohamed Abu Terika. We used to watch all these guys and used to be scared. In as much as this Ivory Coast team, I know it should be better than us, right? I'm not scared. Namanja, I'm watching this game and I'm just like, yeah, it is. And is everybody that scary? Remember, Abu Ziyech and Abu Hakimi came here and we beat them, you know? Are we that scared about Abu Salah at Egypt or Egypt, how they perform? I'd probably be more scared of Mane, but it's because of that, Sadio Mane, but it's because of that Senegal team. There isn't standout, man, stars, man. And I don't know, I'm trying to think. I think maybe it's a world football thing, but there isn't standout stars, man. I'm not shivering. You know, if you told me 15 years ago that you're about to play Ivory Coast, hey, we'd all be scared, man. Hey, we'd all be scared. But we're playing Abu Zaha, who are quiet, who've been quiet. Hala is having a bit more of a good time. Mara, you know? This game has been playing. Hey, Manume Kutsu. It's one of those games. This is what we're going to have to do AFCON. Play, they struggle, hence they're bringing crosses from the box. I'm not comfortable with this playing from the back. Me neither. Me neither. Goes back to that thing, Yoguti. Will Hugo Bruce allow Sundowns players to play the Sundowns way when they're playing for Bafana Bafana? And can he coach that? Because I mean, what I'm seeing there, you know, it's not well drilled, this thing that they're trying to do. Exactly, they're being too casual now. Islander is needed to carry that ball and hide it from Ivory Coast. Kana, you wanna steal Ivory Coast here? Valaikos Maguire. Osimhen is a superstar. Guys, Mvala doesn't, even when you play at the back, Mvala doesn't touch the ball a lot. Playing at the back is for Kutsia, playing at the back is for AB. You give it to Mvala, there's going to be issues. The only scary players in African football were JJ and Abu Treka. Even Drogba wasn't. True, Mara, you got a bit scared, man. You got a bit scared. Me, I was scared of Abu Treka, Abu Terika, as they said. I was scared of him. I was scared of JJ Okocha. I had a little bit of fear for Drogba. That Ghanaian team was strong. Abu SCN. Chris Katongo. Maybe it's because I used to watch Chris Katongo. Chris Katongo scared me. That's somebody who used to be scared. I believe they won it. Abom Besuma. But in terms of truly scary players, I'd say Abu Trika was the biggest one for me. No, was it Mohamed Zidane? Not Mohamed Zidane. Mido was another one. Mido was another one when you went to go play Egypt. Peter is coming for Hugo Bros. Do we win? Kaizer is winning. guys are asking for these guys. Is this the same Hala from Dortmund? Yes, Bafana. Same Hala from Dortmund. Same person. Aye. Ooh. These balls that are coming into the box, we can't deal with them, ne? We cannot deal with them. This game is lagging a lot on YouTube. Yeah, on Facebook, it's on the Facebook's SABC Sports, it keeps jumping. Like it has issues at key moments. I think it's on purpose. They want us to get that app. Scary continental football. Ethiopia used to beat Bafana Bafana for days back in the early 2010s. Man, the early 2010s were a dark time, guys. Oh, Eto. Yes, Manelisi. Eto was scary. Why did I forget to Eto? Right now, there's no scary player on the continent. But Lipa, are there scary players in football? Are there scary players in football? Like, are there players that make you shake? Think about the big teams. Do you shake when, okay, maybe you would say Haaland makes you shake a little bit, De Bruyne makes you shake. Great. Think about Manchester United. There's nobody who makes you shake there. Liverpool, in as much as they're a good team, nobody makes you shake there. Arsenal, it's more of a team shake, but you're not scared of one individual player. You know, Barcelona right now, who's the star? Like, I think world football in general is moving into a place where there's no man out and out scary guys. Pelatina schooling about Henry, you know, schooling about Gerrard, about Torres, about Lampard. They don't have the same thing, or maybe I'm looking at it as an old guy. You know, look at the PSL. They aren't scary players. Temba Zwane, I wouldn't say I'm scared of him, but you know, we don't have players that make it shake, man. But maybe I'm wrong. You guys can let me know. No ways Drogba was scary. Him and Eto still the best players to play in the AFCON recent times. I hear you, Mara. I don't know. I don't know. Right? That was on fire. Haaland, Mbappe, Vini, Salah. Okay. I guess you could Vini, Mbappe, sure. Mbappe, sure. But because he's at PSG, we don't rate him much. Okay, he has to do it. He has to have those performances like what he did in the final of the World Cup. But otherwise, in Africa, Zaha is in Dow's pocket. Then Dow must be tested. He plays as if he's in high energy. But at least we don't speak about that, man. We're already having doping problems in SA. Already having doping problems. Sometimes I wish Zwane was in his mid-20s. What a player. It's because we find them late, man. Listen to what Coach Bruce is saying about who's going to succeed in. He's talking about Mtanzan. Should this be the time that you start blooding in Abo Mfukeng, blooding in Abo Masangwanyi, you know, those type of players? Should it be the time when we're doing that? Or should we be looking at the more mature 28-year-olds, you know? I mean, he's stuck with Moby the whole time. It's a very open game, this. Very, very open game. But you can tell we're trying to catch them, you know? And then when we try to catch them, they catch us. Marasalile is scary. Only problem is that he plays for Namibia. It's like Haaland. Haaland is very scary. But he plays for Norway, who have to go through playoffs to try to get into continental competition. Have you watched Barcelona lately? I'm not going to lie, I haven't. I'm not going to lie to you. I think PSL is improving. We are holding Ivory Coast. Is it the PSL? Is it the PSL or is it Bruce? Guys, why don't you guys want to give the old man some credit, man? Give Bruce some credit, guys. It's unfair now. Niba unfair. Give him some credit. Let's see. It's online, Lyrical Pope. It is online, Facebook, and on the SABC Sports website. You can check it there. Did you see what Mbappe did to Moby? Guys, Moby comes from King's Kukune. You want to take a Kukune player versus a PSG player? Ah, guys, come on. What are you expecting? Why not try these European SA reject players? I don't know. If it's working, don't break what's working. I think Hugo Bruce is coming into the saying that I don't want I don't think he wanted from the beginning a flashy team. I think he wanted a team of hardworking players who maybe don't have the fame. And after a while, he realized, nah, hey, maybe we need to bring in Abu Tembazwane to add a bit of quality. But outside of that, I don't think he's a coach. You know, he's a coach that wants grafters. He's a coach that wants players that are going to work hard. I think that's all he wants. I don't think he's looking at quality. So if it is working, let it work. But it goes back to that conversation we had months ago. Are South Africans ready to win ugly? That's the question. Because you see, this Bafana Bafana team, if Bafana Bafana team, God willing, wins the AFCON, they're going to win ugly. It's not going to be Shushan and Piano. You know, it's going to be a lot of these type of games. Very slow. Very take your chances. You're going to have two chances, take them. If you look at our last few results, 0-0 Eswatini, 1-0 win DRC, 0-0 Namibia. The last time we scored more than 2 goals was when we were playing King. Is it Liberia? Was it Liberia? So this is what we're going to have to watch. And the question becomes, are we ready? Are we ready to watch Kevin Hunt football and be happy with it? Think about this game. This game is 41 minutes in, right? And it has been slow. It has been tough. It has been more of a worker's performance. It hasn't been, yeah, great football. Yes, when we got the chances, Tembazwane did the things, right? So are we ready to watch that full time? Is that the reason why we don't like Hugo Bruce? That Hugo Bruce is not playing nice, attractive football. Hugo Bruce is playing, you know, African, West African football. Is that the reason we don't like him? Because, I mean, we can speak about wanting Pizzo, to bring in Pizzo and all of that stuff. But this team is doing relatively well. He qualified first outside of, how many coaches have tried to qualify Bafana Bafana? We're currently leading Ivory Coast, for example. So give him his credit, guys. Give him his credit, please. I think teams make you shake more than individuals. Think about Man U that had gigs. That team with gigs was scary, but Wales not so much. Mara Ringa, that team, Manchester United, had skulls in the midfield. Van Nistelrooy was going crazy, scoring up front. If not him, there was the Rooney era, Cristiano. They were scary. Tevez, you know, yes, maybe they didn't have like a one standout scary player above everybody, but they were scary as a team, you know. I would say try liken it to, I'm trying to think of an ordinary team. Try liken it to Leicester. I'm going to use Leicester, the Leicester example when Leicester won the league. Very ordinary team, but they understood what they were doing and they were tougher. They were scary because of that. But it became scary. But in football these days, outside of a couple of teams, it feels as though anybody can beat anybody on any given day, you know? Nurkovic used to be scary too. Yeah, these crosses we're seeing. As I say, Pito's coming for Hugo Bruce, I'm telling you. I think Pito might want to come, but I don't know if Safa will want to do it. If Pito was to go and coach a national team, I see Pito coaching Nigeria before he coaches South Africa. Now Hugo Bruce is crying. Hugo Bruce came out, last week or this week, and he said, oh, guys, you know, at Cameroon, when I tell them one thing, ba jump straight, you know, and I think Pito's looking for that too. You know, he's earned that right. So I don't see Pito coming back to the national team anytime soon. If Hugo Bruce leaves or gets fired, we're probably going to get another random European. I wonder if we have Herb Renard, I wonder if he's still available. That's who they'd probably go for. Who scored? It was Tembazwane, Jigaman. Tembazwane scored. Yes, this thing just keeps freezing. And it's strategic, man. One thing about Bruce, he will give his players a chance. He will not stick with what doesn't work. With starting 11, which players start first game AFCON? I would go Zwane Mukwena, Williams, Mudau only. From these group of players, depending on what his form looks like, I'd say Lepasa makes it into this team. Or Foster, actually. Foster would probably make it in. I think Percy has to make it in. I don't know how well he plays when Zwane is there as well, but I think Percy makes it in. Temba will probably have to make it in. The question ones are maybe the defense as well. Mara, yeah. I think it would have to look like a strong Pirates and Sundowns. Has to have a strong Pirates and Sundowns. What a bad pass. Idea behind it. So far it's an open game, I guess, but we need more combination play. Theo, yegeli combination play. Yegele, stop thinking about combination play. Nyakchela nange Chiefs. Don't worry about combination play. The way that these coaches are playing now is not going to do anything in combination play. It's not. The only way we'll see combination play from Bafana Bafana is if we go 3-0 up and they're having fun. Or maybe when Percy comes back, but you're not going to see combination play, man. This is just a hard-working midfield. I agree with you, the Madala's coming up with these boys, especially in the middle and up front. I'm crying for Allender. These games we can realize even more how important he is. And the funny thing is, Zwane used to play a similar role. I think maybe as he's getting older, they're pushing him up. There was a point where Zwane was making that Sundowns team tick, man. 1-0 up, 42 minutes against Francophone team away is impressive. Francophone players don't play. Yeah, they don't. They've had some chances, man. They've had so many chances on their side too. They just can't put it away. And this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to frustrate people. This ref is from Soweto. Thank you. We've reached our goal. What was the goal? Let me just check quickly. We reached our goal. 33,100 people. Is it true that Blom is going to Everton? I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that. Okay, halftime. You know how halftime works. For time's sake, I'm going to let in some 4 people. Then we're going to have a conversation just in this 15 minutes here. There hasn't been much that has happened during this game. I'm going to open it up for those who want to jump in. Remember that you have to be following me on TikTok. Join me on TikTok. At the bottom of your screen, there's a button that will appear that says multi-guest. Click on multi-guest, jump in, and let's have a conversation about what we've seen from this first half. Hey, it's slow, guys. That's why you get beaten. Agent 007. Since when? Chief.
Mulweni, linjani?
International break, and you also take an international break.
No, man, I've been knowing, man, this other South African countries, the network is not that good, so yeah. But anyways,
Okay.
how are
What
you,
did you
man?
see from this? Well, I'm good. What did you see from this first half?
No, let me start with the Ivory Coast. It's like, I don't know, a piano artist and a soprano trying to sing together. Individually great players, but they're not playing well as a team. I think that's the difference between them and Bafana. Bafana, you can see that 5-6 players are in the same team. They understand each other's game, so they play more as a team than as individuals. And I think it goes back to the defense that I don't like it because it's 4 out of 5 players are Sundowns players. So as a defense, they're trying to play a Sundowns game, but you have a clue they're not used to it, So hence he's making the mistakes that he's making because not used. I'm going to Mvala. Mvala is our Peterson. He's a 8 out of 10 player, but there's a mistake in him. And a costly mistake for that matter. That's my work with him. But otherwise, I'm happy with the boys. They're being solid. Umshishi, I think this is going to silence critics, That's why he's great, the best player in the past 10 years, because when he's criticized, he doesn't talk on social media. He stands up and does the on the field, So yeah, great half, I could say.
Okay, let me bring in Sinja. Sinja, Hugo Bruce does it again. Your favorite.
That's what again. That's what again. Capitalizing on people's mistakes.
Tell me, what did you see from this?
You can't tell me that. Not and people are here. Him, Shini, comes and stands in, rises to the occasion. Hey, after that goal, what did he do? Nothing. Chance, not a single goal. He capitalized. They capitalizing on the silly mistake. That was just a mistake that they're capitalizing on. They did not even create that goal. That goal did not go to four phases. Did not come from the back to the middle, to the last third, to the final entry, and score the goal. Hey man, that thing is just a mistake from the left hand side and a couple of passes, scrap ball into the net. That's it. Nothing else. There is nothing else. Umshin, all his balls are being cut. Tackles, he's been cut completely. Not even a single ball that is able to pass. And now we are saying that he is irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. Come on, guys. Let's be honest. Let's take that goal aside. Let's take that goal aside. What has Msini done? Let's take that goal aside. Let's take the goal aside. What has he done? All the passes.
I trust you. Yeah.
Let's take that goal aside. Which goal has he created? Which moment of brilliance did he create? The striker has not even chased the ball. Who was this guy that is playing as a striker as a number 9? He has not even received the ball. He has not even received a single clear-cut shot into goals. The whole 45 minutes. Come on, guys. Let's be honest here.
If you keep taking these goals aside, as long as we're getting these goals and winning, let me go to Theo quickly. Theo, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm good, Mr. Oti. For me,
you see from this
sibukele highlights lana. It's so boring, guys. I don't wanna lie to you. I know people are gonna be like, yeah, we're winning. What's the purpose of a friendly? Isn't a friendly there to go for you to go and express yourself? You're not gonna get 3 points in this game. Why are you playing as if you wanted 3 points? The purpose of this game is to go there, take risks, dribble, create chances. As I'm saying to you, we need combination play. It's not like we are already in the AFCON. We need to build this team to make mistakes. I love what Mvala did. He made a mistake, but at least it shows Guti, he's trying to say, guys, let's play from the back. I want to see what they are trying to do. When have
we ever played the combination play under Bruce?
Let us start today. I've practiced in the Ivory Coast. But I don't want to lie to you. Umshishi, guys, there's a lot of gaps, guys. I don't want to lie to you. Look from Umudiba Lapapambi, he's running like a headless chicken. There's no combination now, to be honest. That's why I'm saying, Guti, if Ivory Coast do score here, it's going to be a repetition of the same games like Zahala. Now we're under pressure. Oh, we lose. Like, what happened? Yabo? So I think for me, let's experiment. Let's let the coach experiment, create chances, but not Lenten Zagalala. We're not going to get 3 points, guys. We need to remember that.
Oh. Let me bring in Malumekuso. Malumekuso, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm well, and how are you, Mr. OT?
I'm good. Tell me about this first half. Ugly football. We're not ready for ugly football, are we?
I know the rest of the country is. It's a certain team that it's not ready. And we can see that disease, Vele, they are not pretending. It's killing their own team. Yeah. Other teams are quiet. Sundowns is playing ugly and they are winning. They are happy. Pirates is playing ugly. We are winning. We are happy. There's just that one team that prioritizes beautiful football over winning trophies, and they still play ugly. But anyway, for now, my observation is that can our players stop going to the MLS, whatever it's called, that league? They're not improving. They're regressing instead. Uhlongwane was
Someone.
more explosive before he went to the. I can't even say. I'm gonna call that thing a meds, LMMS, but it's fine. But I prefer and better pill to say. Actually, it's not better, but I think our squad players improve more when they join Sundowns rather than that other league. Mukwena has become a better player. Ronan Williams has become a more confident player on the ball. Umvala has become a top defender. He must just stop risking this thing of asking for the ball. He must know himself. Or you know what, me nakitla umaka, I will run after you, but please don't pass me. It's not my game. I understand. I'm impressed Kamutau, but Zaha could have gotten a penalty. He just missed that opportunity. Muta went in a bit too hard and he made contact but withdrew at the last moment. But if Zaha had again taken that contact and dived, it would have been a penalty. It was a good chance to get a penalty. But
But isn't this Mudau's issue? Outside of these tackles, he usually gets yellow cards very recklessly. Is this an issue that we have to look out for if he's going to be a person who's going to AFCON for us?
yeah, Umutao has a problem, man, and I think he shares that same problem with Timbers one, a problem that Umukwena does not have. Playing in the PSL sometimes does affect them because Bayabasaba. I'm seeing Umshishi, they're pressing him. In the PSL, he's used to strolling. It's like Maswangai versus Sundowns. He's experiencing those moments where he's really being pressed and he's being asked a question. Umutao in the PSL, these wingers go half-hearted in the box. When there's a 50-50 ball, they just say, I Umutao Zopelela, Mina, I'm just going to wait for a corner kick. Yeah, some players are going for the ball. When he's going in, they also go in. So that's how he got the red card against France. So he just needs to know Wuti. Right now, he's playing against some of the intelligent players. And I know ka half time, they're going to tell him to say, hey, Munna, listen, that guy, they want to tell Zahar, okay, that guy is winning the battles mentally, but wait, that guy, just look out for him. Just give him a whiff, he's going to take it.
Okay, let me go to Agent 007. Agent, look, like I always say, this is ugly football. It's going to be a lot of 1-0, grinding out results. Are we ready to watch that football as South Africans? And are we ready to see games like this where it will come down to moments in the AFCON?
I think maybe we should bring in Baxter to explain certain things. I think he understands his fan base a bit better than us. I think let's define what is ugly football and what is effective football. We are playing effective football. Ugly football is what is being played by Sean Dyche Bentley. Ugly football is what is played by what is this guy? Simeone's Atletico, where it's dirty tackles, dark arts, whatever, that is dirty football. We are playing effective football, is the what is it called? The transition football played by Baxter. That wasn't ugly, that was effective football. If ugly football was played by Metalendrop, that was ugly football. So I think we should differentiate between ugly and effective.
But
we
is
are playing
it effective? Is this effective?
Yes, this is effective because I think we have to be honest. I think the problem that kills South Africans, especially Kaizer Chiefs fans, is ego. Because Chiefs a big team. Because Chiefs a big team, we should be playing this way. Because Bafana Bafana, we think is a big team, but look at who we are playing against. Individually, player for player, pound for pound, not Mini Mamila, they are better than us. That we should accept. So when you're playing against a better team than you shouldn't go pound for pound with them in terms of trying to, when you have the ball, you want to, you can't do that. It's like playing against Barcelona when you are, what can you say, Celta Vigo. You can't do that. You'll get punished. So hence we have to play this way. This is what we have to play. And I hear my brother there.
Football. This is Bruce's
yes,
football.
and it's effective and it's working. When have you ever went into a tournament feeling like there is a hope there, or going to a game there is a hope there? We always qualify via backdoor, like other teams want to start somewhere allegedly. So we should be proud of going through the front door with this guy, with his football, like it or not. And I wanted to say to Bra Theo that what, we are going to. This is the last game before AFCON, so we can't be trying new things here. We have to. This is how we're going to be playing an AFCON. So this was the try. This was the final trial, if I can put it that way. Yeah.
Sinje, yes, it's not beautiful. It's not a game that we are saying, hey, it's Badalile, Coca-Cola yachisa. It's a tough, hard-fought. This has been a tough, hard-fought game. It's going to be tough, hard-fought games when we're going to AFCON. We're not going to see combinations and all of that stuff. Are we ready for that as South Africans?
then that means that we are not going to win anything. We are not going to win anything. Listen, as much as I don't agree with most of the things that Junior Kanye says, but there's one thing that he always says that I agree with. How you win determines your future. How many times are you going to win this way? You are going to run out. You must be able to build the type of wins that you want to achieve. So much that it becomes repetition. Agent is talking about Baxter. You must remember, Baxter, there was an identity. You knew that Mashamaite is going to score. You knew that Matoho is going to score. You knew that Lutolinyane is going to score. You knew that Chabalala is going. You knew how they're going to score. Even Teko says it himself that when you play, you know it's going to be a goal. So there must be a way of winning that is repetitive, so much that it becomes a norm. This is how you win. When you are going to be scrambling this way, how many games are you going to find this scrambling crumbs that you are going to turn into 1-0 games, into 2-1-0? Be able to build a goal. You must be able to craft a goal. You must see how a goal is coming before it actually comes. No one saw that goal coming. It's only Mukwena who decided to give it to Tembazwane, made a run, cross it in. It's a goal. It's not a goal that was built. Let's be honest. I'm not saying it was a good play. It was Mukwena, brilliant. I love it. He did the press, he took the ball, made the run, crossed it, and it's the back of the net. Let's do that repetitively. Let's do that again and again and again. And it becomes a custom and a norm. Right now, we cannot even make 9 passes together. And now you are saying me that you want to go to AFCON and win.
Let me go to Theo. Theo.
I can Kubeni, guys. Bugel.
Si ready now to watch this football. Bo 1-0. Si ready.
The problem is, guys, I'm not saying we should not scramble points or games or wins. My point is simple, impose yourself. Dominate. Guys, we have seen this happening. Sundowns was not the best team in Africa because they played against weak teams. They played against Al Ahly at some point. They dominated Al Ahly. What I'm saying is, can we impose ourselves? Can we? My Ivory Coast is failing to come in the middle. That's why they are using crosses. They are strategizing on the game. Tina, what are we doing? As we haven't done anything in this game. We haven't played. We just here trying to score, but we're not trying to do anything. Mudiba has not done anything in the game. That's the sad part. That's my point.
Okay. Hey, yeah. All right, guys. Very quickly, agent. How's this match gonna end?
I think we'll win. 2-1.
It sounds like it's your heart talking there, but it's fine.
My heart is saying a draw because I don't think you have it in us to create another moment because we're a moment team,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we will create a moment.
Sinje, final score.
2-1.
2-1. 2.
Ivory Coast.
Theo, final score.
1-1.
No, thank you guys. Thank you guys. As usual, guys. Just know at the end of the game, that's when I let everybody come in, and everybody's gonna get their moment to speak and shine there. But we are back second half. Just know that
Exactly
with
my
my
point.
timer, with my timer, just know that you have to add 45 minutes to it, and then you have the time. Malume Kuta, I even downloaded SABC Plus. I'm watching it on SABC Plus now because I couldn't do that Facebook thing. So another app has been added to my phone. Look, here's my thing. You can't fight with the effectiveness of what has been done. So we can call it ugly, we can call it whatever, we can say that it's not South African, it's not our game and all of that. But at the end of the day, our game didn't get us to AFCON. This game did. This Bafana Bafana team that's been winning, number 1-0, that's been grinding out results, that hasn't necessarily been outplaying teams and playing them off the park. This team has gotten us to AFCON. Say what you want about Abamobi, some of the selections that have been made, they got us to AFCON. So I think we need to realize that this is how the game is going to play. You know, Ivory Coast has a quote-unquote stronger team. On paper, they seem like they're a stronger team. And right there, they have a chance. But this Bafana team is hardworking, and they have to take their moments. One argument you could make is you don't see enough of what the tactic is. So if I asked you, how does Bafana Bafana score? You can't tell me. It's what I say about Kaizer Chiefs all the time. I can't tell you how they make goals. So I don't know if it's a luck or if it's actual planning, you know? So maybe that's an argument you could make. But in this game so far, we've done well defensively, and we have pressured where we needed to pressure. It seems as though this Ivory Coast team leaves few people at the back when they're going forward. I don't know if it's their tactic or if it's them, Banyatsa, Bafana Bafana. But we've been able to catch them out a couple of times. And that's a good thing on our end. On the other end, I don't know if playing out from the back is something that this defensive unit can do. Even at Sundowns, even though you've got Williams, Mudiba Mdau, and Thingy there, Umvala there. Those aren't the players that usually play out for Sundowns if you watch them. AB plays out, Kutsia plays out. These players that are there, so I don't understand them doing it. I guess it's something that they're working on. It might hurt us. But going up front, this Ivory Coast team, if they decide to turn it on, we saw in a couple of moments where they caught us out. If they decide to turn it on, they could make this game interesting. They just haven't been able to up to this point. But look at how they're coming at us. And maybe this is good. This is good preparation for having to defend and grind out results. I say this about Sundowns too. Sundowns is also, I think, trying to teach themselves how to grind out results versus teams that are coming up against them. Because you are going to go into a tournament where at some point you're going to face Abo Ivory Coast, Abo Senegal, Abo Egypt, you know, and those teams are going to come at you. So let's see how this second half plays out. But yeah, we've taken the lead. And it's about seeing it out. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but we'll see. Let me read these comments. Look at what we're doing now. We're imposing ourselves now. That's better, guys. That's a pen. We should mention Cameroon failed to win AFCON and Bruce with ugly football he won. It's how it is, guys. It's how it is. It's how it is. Sometimes you have to be Gavin Hunt. Sometimes you have to choose between being Gavin Hunt or being 10-10s. You can have 10-10s and you can play the most beautiful football in the world and finish number 10. Or you can play Gavin and play some ugly, quote-unquote, ugly football and come and play Confed and win leagues. You know? It's up to you. Kaizer Chiefs' best chance to win the league came in recent history came from what? Ugly football. So maybe as the South Africans, we need to start looking at our football and saying, maybe we need to not evolve, but start looking into that thing of saying, guys, sometimes you have to win ugly. Sometimes the helicopter has to come out. The helicopter must come out. The helicopter made us lose a league on the final day of the league. All of the other football that we've played up to that point hadn't done it. And it's actually funny because this afternoon we spoke about local coaches versus these European coaches and how they view the game and how they play. Very interesting discussion we had this afternoon. It is available on Facebook and YouTube. But again, do you want to be beautiful and pretty or do you want to be effective? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves as South Africans. How are you doing, Boots? It's on SABC Plus and sabcsports.com. That's where it is. So up to this point, we pressured them once, but they've been coming at us quite a bit. So we've been under pressure. Ronwen has been called to make a couple of saves. So this could be a sign of Cameroon waking up, or maybe Cameroon's quality or supposed quality on paper coming out. So let's see what we can do. Atletico Madrid didn't bridge the gap between them and Madrid and Barcelona by playing pretty. Yeah, true. And I also think it's all about who you get. I think if you sign Hugo Bruce, you're not going to play pretty football. You know, Hugo Bruce doesn't play pretty football. If you sign Gavin Hunt, you're not going to play pretty football. So we also need to come to terms with the person that we've signed. But also, let's give him credit, guys. Let's give him credit. Please, can we give Hugo Bruce credit? I know how I feel about him, but this team has been getting the results. Retiring. Funny how we talk about pretty football. I've never seen it at AFCON. That's true. But that's why I'm saying that our pretty football didn't qualify us for AFCON. So why do we think pretty football is going? Oh, there we go. 4v3. Oh, yeah. Guys, Cameroon doesn't have a defense, guys. Cameroon has no defense. There is no one back there. They literally leave 2 or 3 players and just venture forward. I don't think they rate us. Even when they're losing 1-0, I don't think they rate us. We should have taken advantage of that. There were 4 players there. Instead of going for that hard corner finish, maybe we should have crossed it back. This Ivory Coast team is not here to play with us. They don't want to play, hey? They don't want to play. They're walking. They're taking us lightly. Maybe we're the Swatini for them. Maybe we're the Swatini for them. No team has played pretty in one. Cameroon catching strays, but I will miss the sitter. How do we miss this? Mutiba Vanna. Hey guys. And look at how pizza has evolved to winning CAF and thing. My brother, this team at Ivory Coast is weak now. And how pizza played at Al Ali. No, P-Man, I agree with you. That's why I said earlier, Jorge, it feels as though there aren't scary teams. As inexperienced as Bafana Bafana is of recent in these tournaments, I think anybody can beat anyone. That's what scares me about our group. Excuse me. Mutiba. Guys, what I don't understand tactically is you play this 2-8 system and you do all of that stuff, but then you play a traditional 9. Like, it'll be one thing if you allowed Mutiba to drop back and play as a target man, but just leaving him up there, man, it doesn't make sense. And Bafana Bafana is not the only team to do this. Chiefs does this too when they play Abu Chiva Vairo, where Chiva Vairo's on the pitch, but you're asking yourself, why? What is his role? What is he doing? Because the balls are not coming to him. They're not playing anything to him. So why is he on the pitch? And that's how I feel about Mutiba. Mutiba's just running up and down. If you're going to play like this and have this team and try to take advantage of Ivory Coast like that, surely you'd play a more mobile striker. Why are we persisting with this? Lyle Foster plays a little bit better in that role. Lepasta, I guess, could play a little bit better in that role. Heck, maybe you could even take Utemba Zwane and make him a false nine straight up. Don't play with a striker. Ooh, as I say that, there's Mutiba with a chance. If you're gonna do that, surely you play a mobile person, right? To take advantage of some of those things. Oh, unlucky Mutiba. What a shot. Save there from the Ivory Coast keeper. Remember, guys, on my timer, just add 45 to it and you will have the time. Lyle Foster for Mutiba. Malume Kuzo saying that now Zaha is really not in form for real. We must have conversations about these players. Remember how Ziyech, when they played versus us, he was quiet most of the game. I think he had one chance. Ivory Coast, sorry. Who do you rate, Mutiba or Foster? I rate Foster in this team. I think Mutiba could work if he's playing in with somebody else. So you see how Shalilile plays with Ribeiro. Yeah, you could say Shalilile Ribeiro, or you could say you need a target man and somebody who runs around him. So I think you'd be good in that, where they're playing route one balls to him, where they're playing balls for him to fight with defenders. I think he'd look better in that system. But in the way that Bruce wants to play now, I think Foster looks better, and I think Lepasa looks a little bit better because he's slightly more mobile than Mutiba. So I think that helps him in this system. Cameroon, side netting. Okay, let's see. Zaha just came back from injury, but has been drawing defenders. Foster should come on for Mutiba. Maro playing well. P-Man, are we playing well? Are we playing well? Because I think we are keeping Ivory Coast away. But in terms of actual play, are we dangerous? Are we doing all those things? Look at the changes. All the stars have come off. All the big names are coming off. They didn't rate this game, did they? I think the strategy, occupy players and leave space behind. It's on sabcsports.com, Facebook as well, and the SABC Plus app. Tau's presence will change the dynamic. Riga, that's why I'm saying that, you see, Tau coming in, Tau's mobile, Tau moves around. So when you have them coming in, you're not asking Foster to do that much because there's movement around him, but Foster can join into that. So when Zwane is playing with Pezitau, is playing with Kemang, who's on the other wing? Kind of was Saleng last time that we saw that type of thing. But whoever, those players are going to combine and play together, right? And Foster being a little bit more mobile will help. Mara, in this game, where you don't have that creativity and movement, Mutiba's not going to be helpful in this game. Not going to be helpful. I also think Mutiba is looking to go in behind defenders. We miss clearer chances than Ivory Coast. I hear you. But on the balance of the game, Ivory Coast. Sorry, guys. Ivory Coast. Do I keep saying Cameroon? I'm sorry. I'm slipping. Hugo Bruce talking about Cameroon got into my head. Sorry, guys. I don't have anything in Cameroon. Guys, you can watch it on Facebook, SABC Sports Facebook page. You can watch it on SABC Plus, and you can watch it on sabcsports.com. There is a live tab there for you to watch it. I switched to the app because the website is about 20-30 minutes slower, and then the Facebook page keeps freezing. Let's see. Romelelo says Mudiba is very poor. We need my Lafit next year in Jan. But again, what football does Mudiba play? Mudiba is now used to being a midfielder at Sundowns. He inverts. He comes from that left back position and then runs into the middle of the pitch. So if he's not being played like that, is he the best choice? Should you be going for a pure left back? You know, should Abo Marco be coming into this game, coming into this team? He is on the bench. If we want a pure winger, a pure left back, but Umudiba is a central midfielder for all intents and purposes. All intents and purposes. AB does the left back work. He pushes into midfield. So when Bruce is picking these players, is he thinking of those type of things too? Shot there by Ivory Coast has gone over. You see, I got it right. I said Ivory Coast. We're really playing good now. Mudiba is a playmaker now. Exactly. He's a midfielder. He's a midfielder. And to cover that space, they have Kutsia drop back. Oh, thank you for the long ball, because playing it from the back was an issue, man. Playing it from the back was an issue. I don't know if this is a game to try Mudiba there, but at Sundowns, you know, Mudiba is a midfielder. Let's see. Hence, I thought it was a good idea to bring Sundowns defenders together and the keeper, but he should let them play like they're used to. Yeah, you could make that argument, but then you stand the king. There's a risk of, because you're playing half or a third of Sundowns' game, what do you do with the rest of it? Because Sundowns has a lot of things that they do. You know, Kutsia pushes into midfield with Mudiba. Allender comes to collect deep in the midfield. So then when we're looking at those type of things, having the defense play out, will you have the same dynamic all the way? I don't think so, right? I just think they should do the basics, man. Just play what Hugo wants to play. Stop this playing from the back thing. I even said Umvala is not the guy who plays from the back. AB is Moroccan. AB is Moroccan. Kutsia is not in this team. So the people who actually progress the ball for Sundowns are not there. And then Umudiba, the other midfielder, is playing as a strict left back. Yeah. But you could also say the same about Ivory Coast. They're not Cote d'Ivoire. They're not they're also I don't know what they play. You can't necessarily see what they play. I think they had a better chance of beating us if they were playing crosses. Hella is a lot stronger in the air, but Nae, he's being played as a traditional striker, traditional old school number 9, but they're not giving him any balls. If Cameroon was to cross this ball 4 or 5 times more, Bafana would be in trouble. They'd get a goal. Not a low cross like that, but a proper cross, Bafana would be in trouble. But anyway, Marco is too short for AFCON, let's be honest. Malian, Tunisian boys along and they play physical football. Mara Mudiba and Marco are not that far from each other in terms of height, as far as I understand. And Marco is the better pure left back. I think we're seeing Mudiba not being effective because Mudiba is not doing Mudiba things. So if you're not going to do Mudiba things, bring in somebody who plays the position. You could technically even bring in Kekan and play Kekan on left back. That's where he used to play for, was he left or right back? That's where he used to play for Tux and Supersport. Okay, he's more to the right. I'm lying. He's more to the right. He's more to the right. Let's see. Who did Bafana lose to? I'm referring to the form guide displayed. It was Kosafa. It was Kosafa. We lost to Zambia 2-1. It was Kosafa. You have Mukwena and Zwan in the middle, so I think it's only going forward. I guess, but Mukwena is a utility player for Sundowns. He's a utility player. His legs. Allender controls it, gives it off to Allender controls it, gives it off to whoever the number 10 is. I don't know. It'll still be half of Sundowns' thing because the key players over Allender's not here. You know? We need to bring fresh legs now. Some of the players are tired. Hi, Theo. Say 3 points. I'm kidding. There's no 3 points, guys. But yeah. Bring Tanti. No way. No way. 3. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. But if Tanti was to get into this team, Mudiba would be active. Actually, Mudiba would be active. If Mutiba Ulebu. How did they score, guys? How did Ivory Coast score? Who scored and how? No, please. Who scored? How did they score? What did I say? 1-1. What did I say, guys? I mean, I don't know if I deserve badges. But I told you guys that this Ivory Coast team looked really good when they crossed the ball to Hela. If they're going to beat Bafana Bafana, they need to cross the ball to Hela. What did they do? Cross. Who finished it? Hela. Thank you very much, guys. Look, Bafana Bafana, Kaizer Chiefs, I'm available as an analyst anytime, you know. I can sit down and we can talk about what these teams are doing and how it works. No, but I'm kidding, guys. 1-1. Ivory Coast has equalized. Yeah, that defense was in 6s and 7s, eh? 6s and 7s. Where is that? Didn't they take him off? I think they take him off. They took him off. Mudawu got his match now. Gradel Maxell. Chiefs fans celebrating. I'm just saying. No, I'm not celebrating the goal. I'm saying that I said literally 10 minutes ago that if these people are going to beat us, they have to do 1, 2, and 3. So, I'm just saying. Cameroon was confusing themselves. I'm not celebrating their goal. I'm celebrating how it came about. Somebody on Facebook is saying, yes, my over 1.5. Izonibulala Petway. Izonibulala. Mr. OT, 1.5 on Betway. Look, guys, look. Now I said 1-1. I don't know what's going to happen after that. Now I said 1-1. Bruce must make subs. But who can he bring on? I think, another shot. Yo. Ivory Coast has woken up. Yeah, Mudau tired. He did so much running up front. These fresh legs that the Ivory Coast coach has put on, yeah, they're killing us. Maybe it's Moby time, guys. It's Moby time. Kwalami Mati, shut the back door. Nico Moby. Maybe it's Moby time. I think Kekana could maybe do a makeshift left back. I think that's what I would do. Well, Mark was there, but yeah, Mark, actually, put in Mark. Wait. Yeah, Mark. I'm sorry, guys. Ivory Coast. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ox. Ox can come on, actually. Ox can come on. He's been practicing that role. Kaizer Chiefs has given him practice. You know, 5th defender practice. So I think you can do that job. Where are you watching the game? Because the YouTube link is not working. No. It's not on YouTube. Facebook. SABC Sports is playing. you can go onto the internet straight, sabcsports.com, or you can download the SABC Plus app and watch from there. Frostlow's not there. P-Man, Frostlow's not there. It's Foster's on the bench. Your mood has suddenly changed. I think I'm enjoying the excitement, Malume Kuzo. Excitement, man. Hey. These 1-0 games are the worst games. Now there's excitement. Now Bafana Bafana has to decide whether they're going to see out this draw or whether they're going to go forward and play. You know? Not necessarily excitement for whatever. We could have killed this game, not Marco, because they're playing crosses now. Yeah, but I'd much rather have Marco running on the side. I don't want Marco in the middle. So Marco must mark the guy who's making the cross. Inside, Kulu and thingy, come on. Kulu and Bala must just handle those things. Maybe bring in another tallish player or somebody who can handle it. Usbisi could probably come on as well if we're going to defend. I don't know if we're planning to defend. But yeah, the Ivory Coast guys have woken up. Y'all are complaining about Marco's height, but you don't want Santi. Marco's height doesn't factor in for me because I don't want Marco to deal with any aerial anything. Marco goes and marks the person who's crossing the ball. I'm not putting Marco in for height. Because Ivory Coast is not necessarily giving us trouble from set plays. Even if it's a set play, Marco can hold a post and it's fine, guys. But just to defend, I think our left and right backs are tired now. And Ivory Coast is seeing that. They should have killed the game with Mudau Mtiba, those free chances. Sundowns effect. What's the Sundowns effect? Crispin says, I think home win. Izoni bulali Petway. That's all I'm gonna say. Izoni bulali Petway. Okay, let's see who's coming on. Nico Moby time for my umbrella. Okay, he wants to see out this 1-1. He wants to see it out. Sydney Moby. Most consistent player in Hugo Bruce's team. But like I said, I like excitement, guys. I want to see an over 1.5 game, man. Yeah, we're parking the bus. But the happiness went to Soweto. We're parking the bus. I wonder what he's going to do with Mudau. He's leaving him up. Okay. So, my umbrellas come off. Mudau is playing advanced, sort of. And he's sticking with a back four. That's very interesting. But I guess Umdau is going to help out there at the back. And Umobi is saving his legs. Saving Mudau's legs. But now if you thought the first half was boring, pack the bus game. No, he's playing winger. He's gone right back. Thing is, Umda was playing on the wing. Remember what I told you about using Umda as a winger when it's tough? But it's what Sundowns does, though. But they do it in a slightly different way. If you watch what they do, they usually have Vala on the right. So they have three at the back with Kutsia. It's Kutsia, Vala, and AB. Yeah, but they like to push him sometimes. But AB, it'll be those three. Then on the wing, we'll have AB up there or Umdiba. And on the other side, you'll have Mudau pushed all the way up until it gets lit. So it's what he's used to doing it. He's used to doing it at Sundowns. I just think what Bruce was doing was that he was playing him as a 4, in the 4, as a defensive 4, and pushing him up all the time. And I think that took away his stamina. It took away like his performance. So then now they're just allowing him to be a pure winger. To what end, I don't know. But to be fair to him, he did help us. To be fair to him, he did help us. That will combine with Zwane and Mukwena. I don't know. You're probably going to see Ox come in. I'm still surprised Marco's not on. Mara Bruce has a bit of ego, so maybe he's still going to want to win this game. Mutibawa to Shem. All game long. Bruce must leave our players to rest. They still have lots of jobs to be done at Kurokop. Ghana win at Sundowns. Isn't Sundowns playing tomorrow? Or is it Thursday? Yeah, Sundowns is playing tomorrow. Telkom knockout. Is this the B team we're going to see for the AFL? Yeah, we're going to see the B team for the AFL. Why call Blom and not play him that much though? Agent, here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. There's certain players that even if Hugo Bruce had the best intentions, it looks weird. People complain. Chiefs fans complain, Msimangu's not in the team. Msimangu gets into the team. There's hems and loud complaining about not having any Chiefs players. Chigi Modi is called up. Who got interviewed 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? Blom. Why aren't you in the team? I don't know. What. All of a sudden he's called up. I think Blom is just a media call-up. Blom is a media call-up. I think Mayo is the media call-up. Ox is a media call-up. Even Mtanzani, as much as he spoke about Mtanzani, it's a media call-up. I think it's just to keep certain people quiet, and maybe it might even be an apology from Bruce. But then those players have to ask the question that, am I being called up for my talents and that I fit into this team? Or am I just being called up so that those who are complaining can stop complaining? Also considering Sundowns' games, I didn't expect them to play full 90. Agent, Bruce told you that the PSL does not care about the national team. So why should the national team care about the PSL? Sundowns is playing tomorrow. Sundowns is playing tomorrow without Bafana players. It's online, Anele. Plus Saturday for the AFL. Oh, the AFL. And I really wanted to watch that game, but it's clashing with Chiefs. I'm going to watch Chiefs because it's my team. Those players really won't offer us anything. It's just for media. This coach is useless. We have players on the bench that can change the game. Smanga, does he want to change the game? And okay, my criticism of Hugo Bruce is that I don't think Bafana Bafana has a proper secondary unit. I don't think Bafana Bafana has a second 11, if that makes sense. And after all this time, if there's an injury, if there's problems, what happens? Who are the players that are meant to come in and play those games at a high level? You know? We're talking about the left back issue. Marco hasn't necessarily played for Hugo Bruce, things like that. So, do we balance those things? Hugo Bruce does not trust his bench. Kwena, that's why I'm saying that it feels as though, man, he picks. You can tell by how he picks players. Today's bench could be completely different to next month's bench. Could be completely different. Was completely different to the bench 4 months ago. You know? But he has core players that start. You don't have backup. Hugo is not useless. There's stuff in the PSL who are useless. I'm not even saying Hugo is useless. Yo, I don't know who's saying Hugo is useless. They're tired, bro, now. Yeah, but he's not changing. He's not changing. Ivory Coast changed the game. I think they made 4 subs. Changed the game with their 4 subs. Tina, we've just introduced the bus. Just thinking out loud, would it hurt if, say, Rulani becomes backroom staff? I think Bafana technical team is not that strong. You. Would him and Bruce get along? Maybe that's the question. Number one. And to what end is he coming in? Because I think the football that Rulani wants to play is completely different to the football that Bruce wants to play. If I was Bruce, I'd bring Gavin. Similar makeup of coaches. Both like random players. Both of them play this quote-unquote ugly football. I'll take Gavin. He knows South African football better than most coaches. I mean, he's been coaching in SA since what, 1994, right? I would take Gavin, not Rulani. I think Rulani is too different in comparison to Bruce. Way too different. I don't think they would work. Maybe his analysis, but then outside of the actual game, I would bring Gavin if I was Hugo Bruce. Let me see. Team is not that strong. They won't get along. Yeah. Hugo's taking chances. I don't think he will come back, take his bags from AFCON. Yeah. Second half, we have been awful technically. I'm not convinced about this defense. I don't know how Motiva selected Manelisi. I think they came out for the second half and they just said, guys, we just need to see out this game. 45 minutes, try be structurally sound. If a break arises, take it. They tried. They had a few chances early on. But yeah, oh, there we go. Ox is coming on. Yeah, he's done with this game. Rulani must be fuming with anger. He doesn't play Mshishi 90 minutes, but Hugo, hey, we'll see, guys. We'll see. We're never going to solve our football problem until we have proper development structure. I'm not even crying about development structure. I'm crying about if you've been in a team for 2 years, 3 years, you have to know what different combinations you can bring on. Because it feels as though Hugo Bruce has 7 players that are proper his players. And then the rest of the players, it could be anyone. It could literally be anyone. And I'm more looking for that from him to say, okay, you've been here for what, 2 years, a year? How long has he been here? 2.5 years or a year and a half, something like that. Surely by this point, you'd have 2 solid teams, you know? But yeah, again, he's been doing what he needed to do, so I don't know. I think my problem is that he can't make subs because there's no one helping him read the game. Why does this seem like, man? It seems like a South African problem. Even when you come coach Bafana Bafana, what is it with our coaches? Maybe it's just me, but you guys see the patterns. Most of the coaches we have, including Bruce, I'm going to count him as South African. Most of the South African teams and Bafana Bafana play 2-8s or are starting to play this 2-8 system. They struggle with substitutions. They struggle with reading the game. Like, they struggle with the choices they make. You know, Kaizer Chiefs already with Nseki struggles when Chiva Virus on the pitch, a traditional striker. Bafana Bafana struggles with a traditional striker. Sundowns, you could say, is struggling with a traditional striker. What's going on, guys? Are you convinced we can make it out of the group at AFCON? Put defense, get players who can defend. Well, we have players who can defend. The issue is that, are you picking the right ones? Ubodlela plays week in, week out for Pirates, and he does fairly well in defense. He's not being picked. I hate to sound biased. Msimango does very well in defense. Doesn't get picked. Or let me stick to this team. Kekana does very well at Sundowns, or well, when he does come in, he's not playing. So my question is Tulu. My question is more Tulu. Kutsia plays in defense for Sundowns. He's not playing. So is it a matter of we don't have those players, or is it just that the players that Hugo Bruce prefers are these guys? That's all we say. But gents, we're not a footballing nation. Combination Epala Chiefs Ejima every day. But P-Man, why Bapala? Why Bapala? Because you know, whenever we do watch-alongs and we're watching PSL teams, I always think back to when I was playing, and I was not a professional by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. I was not a professional. But you know, they teach you basic. They teach you basic. You know that thing where PSL teams are being killed by far post crosses. That's something where you go, but guys, Ankulum as a defense. We used to speak as a defense. There's your man. Now last post, now or whatever. When you play combination play, there was communication that happened. So if we could do it at under 17 level and under 15 level, why Ipala professionals? You get what I mean? Why Ipala professionals? Maybe the new coach's manual. Yeah, agent, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is the licenses, but for me, it doesn't make sense. We don't have defenders that can invert, hence the 2-8s. Yeah, but Mudiba inverts all the time. Chiefs have tried to invert Kanti. They invert Dove right now at certain points. You could possibly... okay, let me not go to Pirates because they play a slightly different system. But you have this 2-8 system and they play them very weirdly. I don't understand it because it's like you don't need to invert a defender to play a 6, a 8, and a 10. You get what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to me. And they also do this thing where they clear out. So if you watch Pirates, again, here's the pattern. You watch Pirates. Mfukeng is meant to be one of the midfielders, but most of the time you'll find him out left with Tito. Munare runs away from Undlondo, plays on the right-hand side. So if Saleng drops, he takes that space or he plays. So they partner up, right? That's the one pattern. You look at Chiefs. Chiefs now supposedly will change with Ox, but let's say Ox is playing. What did we see? Castillo goes to help out on the left wing. Mart goes to help out on the right. And he didn't change that. Makro was doing the same thing. So all across the board, we're seeing the same tactic. And it's a tactic that I don't think works very well, if that makes sense. So it feels as though all of them are doing the same thing. And it's weird, man. It's weird. Probably if you can bring Pep Guardiola on Bafana Bafana setup, we won't make it. We have a poor squad. I don't know. I don't believe that. Smanga says we won't survive on that group AFCON. Yeah. But it's not because of the quality. It's not because of the quality. It's not because the group is high quality. It's because we're all pretty much the same. And Bafana Bafana struggles there. Mudiba's not a defender. Kulumbala not good enough. Technically, I'm worried for AFCON less than 2 months. True. That is true. Mama must wait. Kutsen Bala convo could work. It does. It works already. It works already. I believe we had a decent squad during the 2019 AFCON than the current squad. Out of 16 teams, only Sundowns can play 10 passes. Kekana in now. TikTok should make VN possible. I want to laugh. What channel does it play? No, it's playing online. sabcsports.com. Bafana actually doing a great job by drawing this game. Wahib, I don't know. Hey? Ox, Aluna is not helping. He's coming in to be a defender. If you explain what Mutiba offers well, we'll give you half of my salary. Why even pick this guy technically poor? Manalisi, what does Mutiba do? Oh, Mutiba, you mean the striker? I keep mixing them up. Mutiba is the striker, guys. Mutiba is an old school striker. He's not going to work in the system. Look at where Mutiba was great this game. He had 2 chances, I think. It's balls, early balls in behind, where he can jostle with the defender, play some physical stuff and score, right? But in this game, you're unsure whether, or to cross, maybe even crossing could be better. But in this game, you're unsure whether Umutiba is being played as a target man or is being played as a center forward, you know, because as a center forward, you probably cross the ball. As a target man, you take balls up to him straight, right? But if you're not wasting time, if you're taking time, taking the ball up the pitch, that takes Mutiba out of the game. Because what does he do? I made the example of Chivavairo. That's what happens with Kaizer Chiefs. Chivavairo is a cross guy, or Gudluza the defense guy. But if you guys are going to come up slowly, build up slowly, he's out. You've crossed him out. If you're not going to cross, you've crossed him out. So what's the point? That's why, again, sometimes we say players look useless, but also the roles and the things they're being asked to do. Is this the things that they do week in and week out? You know? It's why Sebastian Heller has had 2 headed chances. And I'm like, Ivory Coast, why aren't you crossing the ball more for Heller? Because Ivory Coast, why aren't you crossing the ball more for Heller? Because he's showing you that I do this very well. But we're going to turn around and say, he didn't play well. You get me? Marlon and maybe might play low block, which will cause problems like on Friday. But luckily, there is that best third place finishing thing, man. We always do good against North African teams. We'll beat them. Teams link up play, but not clinical enough. 6 minutes! So they need a win. They're hosting AFCON. This is a blemish. By hook or by crook. It's just as I'm not watching. This game has been over, man. This game has been over. We took out the bus. The bus is on the pitch, and Ivory Coast is trying to save themselves the shame. Save themselves the shame of losing at home, 2 months out. There's the Mukwena we know. Let's see. Did he actually kick him? Ay, man. Kisianda. What's the mandate for you to make AFCON squad? I'm confused. In this squad, I don't know. I think we know certain players are going to be there. There's the mandatory Tebogo Mokoena yellow card. We know certain players are going to be there. Williams, Mokoena, Ulu, Bobby, I don't know if he's going to stop, but he's going to go. Zwane, Mbala, you could say. So we know certain players that are going to be there. The rest of them, Karaki Lucky Packet, man. Everybody can get a cap for Bafana Bafana. That's what's scaring me about his choices. Because when you think back to it, you go, but my guy, if everybody's getting in, what's going on? Mr. ManQ, it was on SABC Sports. Well, SABC Sports. Yeah, Tau, Lau Foster. Yeah. Williams is working more than he does at Sundowns because Ivory Coast doesn't care about Williams. Half of the job is done. When Sundowns walks onto the pitch, most of the teams are so scared. Most of the teams are so scared that by the time Sundowns has walked onto the pitch, these ones don't care. These ones don't care about your playing from the back, your schemes, your what. They don't care about all of that stuff. They're here to play, and we're going to find more teams like that. This is what happens to Bo Williams when you go into games versus Bo Whitehead. Same thing happens. Mobi Kimoli team, he's there for sure. Southgate, yeah. Mara, guys, give Mobi his flowers, guys. One of the core people. That Obas Downs player always gets picked, but he's benched at Sundowns. Yeah, Obas made the wrong choice, I think. Mara, isn't he injured? Isn't there an injury thing with Obas? Obas may have made the wrong choice. Well, it's not the wrong choice. If you want to get anywhere as a player, I think a lot of players would much rather try their luck at Sundowns than to hope that some of the other teams in the PSL will take this thing seriously. There was nowhere where he could go other than Sundowns and, have a chance at a very good thing. Pirates has Tim already and Makaula and those guys there. Unbeaten run, yeah, Bruce is safe. Let's see. They're trying last minute here. Just clear the ball. It's okay, guys. There's like 20 seconds left. Ivory Coast doesn't have a coach here. I mean, such quality players you can't put on a show. I think that's why they gave him 6 minutes. Like, hey, try do something. Yeah, Obas is injured. He didn't make the wrong choice. He didn't make the wrong choice. He would grow there. Yeah, true. That's why I said I don't think it's the wrong choice, but it's a gamble. I understand why players will go and gamble. Imagine being a star, go Princess Makoko Stadium and never get a chance in your prime to do anything. Meanwhile, at Sundowns, at the very least, you've got a chance to be on the bench. Komroko. Obas, just like Jangase made a mistake. Ox is struggling. I feel for Ox. Chiefs is about to break him. But tomorrow is going to play Obas. We have a new problem, Bafana Bafana. Peggy. Leave Moby alone, guys. Leave Moby alone. He was one of the core people that got us this qualification for AFCON. Zonke does it. I was qualifying, so the man who qualified us must have, it's a Koneng, boy. It's a Koneng. It's done. Leroux has to start and also Saleng. I wish journalists could ask this question. How many games do you need to play for you to qualify and be picked for AFCON? You could even play one. It's all up to the coach. I guess the problem is that Hugo Bruce was here and he made a lot of comments. He was here and then people started asking him questions. Me, coach, pick whoever you want to pick. We're Champions League experience to compete against quality mates as well. Mukwena is world class. Are we done? Okay. Oh no, we're not done. Salenke Pasel. He's not giving us anything. Cheaper and Arosaurus players should be picked if you're saying you're picking on form. But that's what Hugo Bruce said. Remember what he said, and then he backtracked. Remember what he said about Chiefs? Chiefs is 5 points behind Sundowns already this point in the season. Then Chigi, Abomodi made it into the team even though we were 10 points behind them. Then when he says that about Chiefs, you could ask the question about Abos Kukune. They're very far away from Sundowns. So for me, I don't think there's criteria. I think he picks whoever he feels. The problem is that Ukochwet is here. Okay, we're done. So how this works at the end of the game is that I am going to allow everybody in. You'll get a minute and a half to say your piece about how you feel about the game. And then we'll discuss this properly tomorrow at 12:30. Guys, the live show is Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon, then Monday to Wednesday, 8 p.m. But tomorrow evening, we're going to be doing a watch-along. So let me let in the guys. Remember, guys, you're going to get a minute and a half just to say what you want. I want to get as many people in as we go along. Ndlela, how are you?
Hola, uthi ngibingelele nama-overthinkers la.
Mtshele, uyibone njani le match?
You know, Bafana Bafana doesn't fear any team here in Africa, especially coming to our national teams. We just beat Morocco 2-1, and there were moments like we should have been 3-0 up at halftime. Like before the match, we should have finished off the match. But my only player engilibone edlala kakhulu is Umutawu. So coming in Abonyiko Mobi, bebazodlisa serious because that foul was unnecessary. Imagine if Uhala scored there, kule set piece Ivory Coast. So it was ube switch off ubengekho machine. But all in all, ku midfielder Amukwena did well. Uthemba Zwane, umshishi. I no. I you know, Uthemba Zwane, I felt like he needed someone, a striker like Phambili who's gonna score. Because Umtiba, I felt like Umtiba was just there as a communicator because of he's the only player that can speak is French. But other than that, there's nothing for Umtiba that was giving. Umtiba is not better than Umabasa. Umtiba is not better than Ulal First. Cause of nje, there are chance there. He was supposed to chip the goalkeeper core. So nje, and even if ngekhathi that cross from Umutau was supposed to be 2-0, but Umtiba Bekali, he was not reading the game. But all in all, Bafana Bafana did well. Yes, it's a draw away, and their environment is not good, and we're playing away against Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast have almost 80% of our players playing Europe. You saw Abu Zahade, but I felt like Umutau made sure Utu Zaha doesn't do what he usually does Champions League and also previous to Premier League. But Umutau, it's my player that things are cool. And also Ox coming in. It's the first time seeing Ox Eshama long ball, Eshama pass. Wow.
Okay.
So Bafana Bafana idlale kahle. That's all I can say. Bafana Bafana idlale kahle. It's on my only problem is we should take yeah, sharp.
For time. Sizayikhuluma kahle kusasa.
Yeah.
Thank you. Isn't 007? Like I said, 1-1.
Can you go to Sinje? Can you go to Sinje and come back to me, please? Just a second.
Okay.
A second.
Sinja, how did you see this game?
Oh, because he wants to come after me and correct what I'm saying, but nevertheless, it's fine. I'm not scared of you.
I only get it. You didn't get it and leave.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of what he has to say. He thinks that he's going to come after me and correct everything that I'm saying. I don't worry.
Time.
Don't worry,
Time.
Banana.
How did you see it?
Second half from this better half. I think the second half was better than the first one. There were moments where South Africa actually played balls that went into the box. Unfortunately, they are playing them with someone that does not know what to do with them because it has not been a arithmetic part and parcel of their game from the first half up until the second half. From South Africa, that is. There was a time that they were playing with two right backs, Umudao and the guy that was playing number 2, which he was very lucky. He was supposed to have gotten a red card in this particular match. The first the yellow card that went to Umukwena, that was supposed to go to the guy that was wearing number 2, and so that he was doing. But anyway, the last thing that I don't understand with Hugo Boss is the late substitution. I don't understand if you are going to make substitutions about 80 minutes, late 70 minutes and 80 minutes. What are you trying to do? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Ivory Coast would have won this match. Williams actually came to the party. This is why he's Bafana number 1. Crucial saves that he made. Otherwise, I don't see them going far in the AFCON if they're going to play this rubbish type of a football. What was that 007?
Okay. Hey, you guys and your beef. Are you back, Agent 007?
I won't comment on anything Sinja said. I won't comment on anything you said.
You guys.
But I think in more ways than one, it showed the type of headaches the two coaches have. Because I think with Ivory Coast, because you saw Bo Grandel coming in and the likes, he still doesn't know his squad, you know. I think he's still looking for the best 23, you know, and some there won't make it, so hence he had to make those subs, you know. But I think with Uhugo, I think this is a squad that he's going to play in AFCON, except maybe 1 or 2 players who are going to come back. But I think there's a squad, and I'm kind of understanding now when I look back why he defended. I think even as much as people are saying it's a friendly, I think it's a friendly way you have to learn things. I think this is what he wanted to learn, that okay, fine. If we concede against Nigeria, do you have Nigeria no, Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Let's say Tunisia. You know, can we able to hold on to a draw at least? You know, I think that's what you wanted to check. You know, and you can't check that in an World Cup qualifier next in November. You know, so I think all in all, I think we learned everything. We can play in moments. We can defend. Even if we lose the lead, we can hold on for a draw. It was a good day in the office. Yeah,
Okay.
it was an okay game. It was an okay game, but lastly, Abutu Kuto is back to his original self. You know, I'm happy that I've been gone for few days, and looks like the Chiefs, Pirates, Moonshot Pact has collapsed. I'm happy. Things are back to normal.
Aye, leave us alone, Mara. You always have to take that chance. Salama, welcome to the show, my brother. How you doing?
Sure, bro. How's it going?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Tell me, what do you think about this game?
Ah, man, at some point it felt like I'm watching Kaizer Chiefs again. It's one of those games where you can say not bad, but not so good at the same time, you know. I was asking my father, like, what does he think about the game? And one thing he told me is that there's no development, so there's nowhere we're going. He told me that, like, he remembers South Africa, that there's like an under 18, under 20 division, you know, and that's where they develop players and then a culture as well. So, yeah, I think what he's saying is valid because we only picking from PSL and we are complaining that PSL has no quality as but in the past we used to develop our own players and we used to make them, you know, play the way we want them to play. So yeah, man, I'm learning from this guy, man. He's so smart because he's also mentioning the thing of like the European coaches. He believes that people like Dr. Kumalo are supposed to be the ones in those positions because those are the people who understand the type of football that South Africa is supposed to play. But at the end of the day, we are trying to do some because if we are going to play England, for example, are we gonna lose 5-0? We're gonna lose 5-0, even though we're trying to play their football. So man, that proves that we cannot do what they can do. Instead, we should do what Brazil is doing. They're playing their own thing. Brazil is playing their own thing, and it's working for them, you know. So yeah, that's all I have to say, my brother.
No, thank you so much, my brother. We'll speak about these things proper tomorrow. Velile, welcome to the show, Jan, my brother.
Ngiyaphila nami ngiyathemba niyaphila bafowethu.
Ah, it's right. At least that's Diwanga. Tell me, what did you think about this game?
Uyayibona-ke inkinga mawuzothembela at least uyayibona inkinga iyo leyo uqala lapho umosha nje lapho. Awona at least nje vele hayi siyazi lapho ukuthi ithemba alikho but akusenani sizamile kona. Even though we were playing in patches, I just believe sometimes with this card in football we just need to take our chances because if you look at like the second half, those two chances we should have been 3-0 earlier in second half. With that chance nakhona emeste umudawu engazobekezani but so far but I'm still not that convinced because uyazi vele ukuthi angikholelwa ekhehleni vele litshengisile ubugwala balo futhi in the last minutes because I really didn't understand ama-substitution ukuthi bekwawani especially yabona ucoach uma ekuthanda iyakuthanda mfana umobi hayi icoach yamthanda straight umfana noma angazi vele ahlale kuphi but nje mhlawumbe kumele abe khona nje egrawundini but yeah sizothini but yeah and bawuthatha idraw ye-1-1 kube ubhejile kube uwinile yazi.
Guys, mina, that's when I start overthinking.
But uyakhumbula mina ushilo wade awuzibona idraw ye-1-1 wena.
Yeah.
Yabo. But so far yeah but mina I believe ngama-friendlies we should just test so many combination and see what's working and what was manje kuyatshengisa kithi if uzwane siyamkhipha njalo we normally collapse asabi with more option moving forward and also I believe ukuthi uzwane missed utawu phambili because they are the one who've got an understanding badlala ama-1-2 umuthiba angazi ukubekeba kakuphi angazi bekakhona yeah but asiyibone kusasa.
Sizayibona kusasa kahle.
baqinisa abantu baka-translate abegawundini vele umsebenzi wakhe ya.
Thank you very much.
Sharp,
Sizakhuluma
sharp.
kahle kusasa.
Yeah.
Malume Kutso, tell me what you saw from this game.
Hey, poor analysis from most of us, eh? Guys, Umtiba did extremely well.
Okay.
Held up the ball to a point where they started pushing him, created spaces for Tembazwane. He well respected in Ivory Coast to a point that when Temba scored, he had dragged Boma 4 defenders with him alone, leaving Temba open and free to score that goal. So let's not take a dim view. Let's, like, South Africans, remove, like, you know, when Barachengo, unchain yourself. Guys, unchain yourself and
Marakuto,
start.
you
No,
win the,
no, no, no.
You win the ball high up. Defenders are in 6s and 7s. That's why you press so high.
Mr.
I can't
OT,
say he dragged
Mr.
them.
OT, listen, Mr. OT. There's a goal, Lodge versus Egypt. Mutiba plays that pass. He does this for a living. He drags defenders for a living. And Lodge, Ushapa a running away. Guys, please, please.
Mara, for that goal,
This
Malume
guy-
Kutso,
Li-
for that
No, Mr. Uti, we saw him. Bajaladi polo to him. He was that avenue. When it was tough, they would just play balls to Umtiba, so that he can trap them. He did extremely. We got so many chances. We got in behind because of him. Sometimes as a striker, you don't have to do the scoring. You just have to have the right movement. And
Do you know where I
make
heard that
space.
before? There was a guy who
Where?
played for Chiefs, Baraki Kingston Cat.
That's why to date, Baxter has a label on Chiefs fans because he tried explaining that so much. And
It's great to do it, Mara. If it's not effective like that,
it's effective because you are winning. Guys, what's effective?
where did the goal come from?
I must
Where did
look
the
at
goal
my
come from?
dictionary.
How many chances did he get? How many touches did he get? How many in the second half? Where was he? Guys,
Was that his task?
Yeah.
What was that his task? Guys,
I'm
we are
saying
away
the
game.
match ended 1-1. So
Yeah,
you can tell me about
away
your
from
chance.
home.
But when if
Mr.
that
Oti.
match ended 3-0 and
Mr.
Temba
Oti.
won the space and what?
It's fine. We played away from home.
You see now.
No. It's not just semantics. It's the truth. We played away from home. And let's be honest, people expected us to be walloped. What would you find out with this Ivory Coast?
1-1.
Ivory Coast luckily managed to get a free header because Umtau slipped. Guys, and also we gave birth to we gave birth to a right back going into ICAF. Grant Kekana will play right back and Mota will be in attack. Trust me, we are short in attack. If we can get someone who's aggressive, Mota should have passed to Kanakemang Umtibi but chose to shoot. It looks like a pass, but he actually chose to shoot instead of pass. And the worst thing that has happened to the worst thing, we lost Bongani Zungu, Mr. OT. We lost Bongani Zungu. He would have fed into this team, not Bo Ox. Thank you.
Please don't forget, how are you doing, my brother? No, I'm good. Tell me, how did you see this game?
I think Malume Kutso is probably the only person that doesn't follow the ball but follows the actual movement of players. Because if you actually watch the movement of Mutiba, he's the one that creates space. It's the same thing that Lepasa does at Pirates. But because people you want to see goals and stuff, you don't really notice that thing. So
but goals win matches. It's a 1-1. It's a 1-1.
But in order to get those goals, somebody has to create that space. Somebody has to make a move.
1-1. We scored one goal that didn't come from Mutiba's movement.
But in the game, though, he was effective generally in what people wanted him to do, although he didn't score, guys. It's not always about the goal.
This is a Bafana team that can't score. We've scored one goal in the last 3. We barely score a goal. The movement is great, but we can't call it effective if we're not scoring.
Yeah, but then is that down to Mutiba or is it down then to the players that are not scoring if he's creating the spaces for them
He's
and they're not
on the
finishing?
pitch. Results don't
Ah,
results don't ask
guys,
who was there. Results don't
we,
ask who was there. They
we
say
can't be
who scored.
we can't
Okay.
be we can't be analysts and be what do you think, scapegoating a certain player because they are strikers and then
No,
we
I
don't
didn't
take
scapegoat
accountability
him.
for the other players, guys.
I didn't scapegoating. All I was saying was that Mutiba's not being used to his strengths. Mutiba, that's why I made the example of Uraideng at Kaizer Chiefs. You can't have a player like that and not play him to his strengths and then say movement and all of that. Mutiba's
But
very potent at Strasbourg because they play him differently.
okay, okay, maybe you explain. Please explain it to me tomorrow. Then what is it that he does at Strasbourg that?
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Last point. I think we need a player like Allende, guys, in the midfield just to hide
Yes,
the ball,
I
man. I
agree.
keep
Yeah,
crying
I
for that.
agree.
I keep crying for that type of player. The closest person I've seen is Mkulise. So I don't know if we can somehow make space for him. But yeah, we need that player, man, who can just control that tempo. Or Rondo even. I don't know. Just yeah, that's my last point.
Okay. Let
Yeah,
me
wait,
bring
wait.
in.
Before I go,
Yes.
can we please have a segment where we talk about pirates? There's a couple of things that I disagree with you, and I would like
Okay.
to address those issues. So at some point, I don't know when.
Okay. Well, I'll make it there.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for the platform.
Okay. No stress. No stress. Brahman.
Bafowzi.
Unjani, my guy?
Ke sharp abutaka.
Tell me, we won his one game in.
E re ke fe abuta fetsang o tswa Adele. A ba tse ndlondo ba mme mola. A ke ra ro nyaka someone like Adele. A ba tse ndlondo ba mme mola ke a tswa mo yona e. My guy game ya ka jeko ne. I don't want to blame the players, bo Mothiba bo mamang. I just want to blame our coach. Coach wa rena o re bolaile too much mo be lore let me say 52 minutes somewhere there 52 56 minutes before they score. Wa bona team ya o hatella. You have the likes of what's this guy? Mayambela. And the other guy who not that other side of a wing. What's that guy?
Oh yeah. Ke man ke Hlongwane o Sithole.
Yeah, Tlongwane. Yeah, Mayambela and Tlongwane. Those guys ba hwile wa bona re ba hwile and then team ya wa theka mo be loring ha ona a playmaker.
Yeah.
Why are certain players like what do you call Mayo and Bumduduzi? Just to o kry batho ba be le ba tlo holdela di ball. Ape one not lang ke very win the team ela ne e hwile gwa. Wa understand? No re tlo blame di team tse di sa tlaleng bo Chiefs bo Pirates. A di teng a re di nyake di team tse. Re nyaka squad. Wa understand?
Yeah.
O na le motho a ko mongwe botlhaletlhale coach ngwe botlhaletlhale ke pitso mosimane tloelang o nye go dlala bolo ya ko Europe ba re ma Europe a re dlaleng 4-4-2 re bolayeng di-team tse once 4-4-2 re bola di-team tse. Thanks my brother.
No, thank you, brother. Welcome to the show. How are you? Yo, you sound a little bit far. Can you come a little bit closer or something? I don't know what's happening.
Can you hear me?
Next. Guys, in the comments, can you hear Kolan?
Oti.
There we go. That's better.
Okay, my man. Evening to the panel.
Tell me, how did you see this game?
I would say I'm 60% happy. This draw is a confident that's going to the tournament. Coach had to seal it. Yeah, but it's a solid draw and see a tournament with a bit of confidence. Because this we Eswatini 0-0 goalless draw, yeah, sidlala ekhaya. So given the fact that bedlala away, I think it was a factor ukuthi sidlala away in a packed stadium, yabo. So ngasho kanjalo nje and ngathini futhi okay, I'll say fighting spirit izodingakala going to the tournament. So ama players afana nabo Hlongwane noMayambela Fanele bazi bese ukuthi kuyaliwa lapha. Yeah, if you can't play, you must fight. Yabo. Usithole, I was convinced. I was very convinced with Usithole. I-fighting spirit yakhe. Yangithola. So okunye sizogayina kusasa futhi.
Okay, no stress. Thank you so much. Stepfather, angazi ukuthi stepfather wabani. But welcome to the show. How are you? You can just unmute there.
Sure, kuhamba kanjani bafo?
No, right, bafo. Tell me, we won njani le game?
No bafo, I think sisadinga abadlali beBafana Bafana, not laba besinabo namhlanje bafo. Yabona bafo, ngizokhuluma nje ivara bafo, nje akunandaba ukuthi ubani usupporta inini. Mina ngibhakaniya but yabo lapha kwisikhathini. Hayi, sidinga abadlali. uSemba Zwane is a good player with Sundowns. When it comes to Bafana Bafana, umdlali nje. Ofana wonke umdlali. Uzwane what he does at Sundowns, he fails to do lapho national team. I don't know why angazi. Today I only saw Mfana kaMkwena ukuthi that's a player. Mfana kaMkwena eswini uyi-commander. Then uMudiba, guys angazi uvuka phi uMudiba. uMudiba ngathi content akalayo kuyena uqala phansi udlala ibhola la ngempela manje. Ubeka inkomo before but now uMudiba ugena iform angazi uyitholiphi. Then the rest of the players they were just there nje. Ukuthi sibiziwe sohola. But then we need abafana abadlali beBafana Bafana abazosilwela because those guys hayi. Asinazo squad bra lapha. We don't have national team lapha. We just have players.
Okay. Mara sizakhuluma kahle then kusasa le. Uzongjoin.
Yeah, but abozwana nje abathi ukuhlela kancane le bethu ukuphola ngoba hayi mabe squadini vele khama ingane encane.
Yeah. Okay. Mara sizakhuluma kahle kusasa. Madon, Kabza, how are you doing?
Hola, Skipan.
No, ngigrand, bra. We won njani le game?
Awuthi before ngingena kuyo ngi-disagree ne-stepfather. Stepfather, asiface iqiniso regardless or I'm supporting Kaizer Chiefs or what. Bafethu Uzwane odlalile. Uzwane was the playmaker. Uyababamba ibhola iBafana Bafana ivuka. Uzwane uyicarryile team. Yasiyekele ukuthi usupporta Pirates uzokhuluma Zwane kabi. Uzwane uyicarryile Chiefs. Lapho ngiblame coach mfethu. Bafana Bafana edlalile, abafana bayiprovile. Umndawo right. Umanagile go makaza Zaha ba substitute. Umanagile go tswala batho. Motlohele in that position. Lukisa between Khongwane le Baregeman le Manyambele. O kinye player tse leng gore ba tlo at least Mothibi ha hold the ball. Gona le someone o mo supporta mo boxong. Eno etsa sapa ha nyoko mo maybe una le di video tsa coach ya rena yetsa dio tsa yona go siding a re tsebe. Coach ke na re costile. Wa bona gore batho ba tsheka team bolo e tswela kwanye. Emisa striker se leng gore se tlo tsenya pressure gore game e khone go tswa mo matsogong a bona. Eno etsa 80 something minutes sub. Maro o batlo lukisa squad and ntwe ngwe re khabatanga coach ya rena. Nna ke lla ka ene 99 a ke tlo bua maka ne coach ya rena gona le ntwe ba ro a prepare nna ke bona prepare because if you are prepare whether ke small team or ke big team there is a squad that is strong wire so that we can be ready. You understand? So nyiko movie aka delete ma picture ka coach sikona ukuthi at least Bafana Bafana ibuye bafethu awumjida yikho ndaba ke.
No, thank you, Madon. Sanse ukutla usane re bue ka ntona sentle. Kosimpile, how are you doing?
I'm good bafo kamba njani?
Ngi-right bafo, ngi-right. Ngitshele uyibona njani le match?
Imatch ngiyeva amadoda akhuluma bengekho bad ngaleyo ndlela. There were a couple of performances la happy ngawo. For example, I was happy ngamdawo. Everyone seems to be happy ngamdawo. I was happy ngamkwena too much happy. I think angayidlala ngcono le position ya 8 as compared to 6 la udlala uSundown because unale ability yokushoota. I think we should get him into more positions whereby he can shoot. For example, there were a couple of times where Themba Zwane got in front of the post. His shots are not powerful. We need Mkwena to play in that 8 and get closer to the ball so that he can score goals from midfield for us. But my concern is the centre back pairing. I'm not convinced He was nowhere to be found. People were not marked in the box. He was not clearing. The only one who was working there, it was Mfana. So I think we should get another one. Maybe Sbisi Potlela can do better with Mvala instead of Kulu. But anyway, the game, I think we played a decent game. We can build on this one, I think.
Okay. No, thank you so much because we feel like yeah, guys, for me, look, it's 1-1. It's another way, it's another result. Bafana Bafana came out, they went to another country. It was 1-1, another hard-fought game. We spoke during the thing that sometimes it looks a bit ugly, but this is African football. If you look at the football that has won AFCON and those things, this is what they play, right? Quote unquote ugly. I said ugly in the sense of how we view it as fans in South Africa. We view that type of game as being ugly, right? But that's how you do it in continental football in Africa. So I guess we have to go with what Bruce is doing. And again, it's a 1-1 result. You know, we didn't lose. We've beaten Abu Morocco. We've qualified for AFCON. So I guess that's where I get my, not necessarily full confidence, but you can trust that Hugo Bruce is trying to do the job. And he's done things that other coaches have not been able to do. So at the very least, you need to give him the credit for that. In terms of the game itself, sometimes I feel as though, and I get this, apologies, Sundowns fans, but I get this a lot from Aborulani. Just because something is complicated doesn't mean that it's good. Just because something, hey, we're doing this, we're moving like this, we're moving like this. I brought up Kingston Carter for a reason. Kingston Carter was amazing at the job that he was doing. But if it doesn't translate on the scoreboard, there's going to be issues later on. You can have all of the great movement that you want, you can do all of those things. But if you are taking players and moving them out of position and making them do things that they don't do, you're asking a player to be a 6 in a role that you've given them instead of being a 9 in the thing they're good at playing at. So for me, that's what I've been saying. You can create space for Tembazwane, but Tembazwane is a midfielder. He thinks midfield first. That's why in second striker, he's not good. We saw it versus Pirates, we saw it versus Chiefs, we saw it versus a lot of teams where Tembazwane has chances, and yes, today he scored, thank goodness. But for the most part, in that role, he doesn't score. So, why then move all these parts around? We're crying out for Abu Alend. Zwane could play that position. Zwane could play a deeper 8 if he wanted to next to Umukwena, and you could see a proper playmaker because we don't have a deep line playmaker. But we'll speak about these things tomorrow. All in all, it's a 1-1 draw over at Ivory Coast. Let's give the boys the credit, I guess. A lot of people were saying that they were going to lose, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, it is now 11:30. We all need to be up. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, the show, the normal live show, is Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon, Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a watch-along of Sundowns, and then in the afternoon, we're going to speak about this game, Bafana Bafana. So let's convene tomorrow at 12:30. If you have not followed, please follow. And then also check out the videos. I have an interview, funny enough, with Makaringi that I dropped today on TikTok. So check that out on TikTok. There's other videos that are going up on all of the other platforms. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you to the commenters. Thank you to Use the 383 for the rose and Sepiso for the heart. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12:30.